AITA for telling my ex's wife. Her kids are not my charity case. Let me set the scene. I'm a 40-year-old mom of 3. My ex, let's call him Peyton, is 43. And honestly, I spent our entire marriage feeling like I was raising a 4th child. I worked full-time, handled every chore, every appointment, every meltdown, everything. While he just went to work and occasionally pretended yard work made him exhausted. I begged for help, begged for counseling, begged for anything to make me feel like I wasn't drowning alone. He'd nod, promise he'd do better, and then do exactly nothing. So I finally reached my breaking point. I chose peace over chaos and filed for divorce. He didn't fight it. He took every other weekend visitation and child support, and that was that. A few months later, he blindsides everyone by announcing that his 27-year-old fiancée, Tatum, is pregnant. Then they had another baby. And she has an older kid too. My children don't enjoy being there. Not because I ever badmouth their dad, but because the house is chaotic. Tatum is a lot. And her son clashes with mine. Meanwhile, I ended up reconnecting with an old friend, Brad. Over time, we fell in love, got married, and created a peaceful, stable home. My kids adore him. They say life feels lighter here. Then suddenly, after baby number 2 is born, Peyton files for 50-50 custody out of nowhere. Not because he suddenly wants to step up. Oh no, because reducing child support would help their household. I had receipts, evidence, documentation, and the court saw right through it. He lost the case, kept his visitation, and his child support went up. Then life handed me a blessing. A massive promotion. I now make significantly more than he does. But unless he files to modify child support, nothing changes. And he legally can't request a recalculation until next year. Tatum, however, she's been trying to contact me for months. I keep my distance. There's no reason for us to talk outside scheduling logistics. But last week, she literally cornered me at my oldest son's game, blocked my path, and launched into this emotional plea. She said they're barely surviving, that I don't need the money, and that I should consider her kids' well-being and lower child support. I stood there stunned. I told her child support is for my children, not hers, not their household, not their expenses, and that her kids are not my responsibility. She didn't like that answer and pushed again, insisting that since I'm comfortable, I should be willing to help out. That's when I repeated it more bluntly. Your kids are not my problem. She walked off crying, and now I'm wondering if I was too harsh. Not wrong, but maybe too sharp. I've always tried to keep things civil, but I'm not going to bankroll my ex's new family. Still, should I have handled it differently?